Hi, it's Dr. Kim Marie on this gorgeous day. And I want to talk about the impact that we have. We never truly know the impact we have on another person. And that could be on the positive or the negative. There was a spiritual teacher who I never really got to know when I started going to Center for Spiritual Living last year in Asheville. The spiritual mentor had fallen sick, and I had just come in right afterward and heard a lot about what was going on, and it was a devastation to the community. And last evening on Easter, she made her transition. But she had an impact on me, even though I was never really at her services. And she touched me deeply in my heart. I feel like there was a soul connection, and it was so interesting that we really didn't have the opportunity to get to know one another. Although I met her a couple of times. It's Dr. Barbara Waterhouse. And so when I started going there, I felt this call to work with her. I knew she was sick, and I knew I wanted to do some healing for her, but I thought that was weird that I didn't even know this person, and how do I offer my services? But I did, and I didn't get to do that work with her, but the one day that she had come in to the service, and she was at the front of the podium, and she was looking out into the congregation, and she looked directly to the back of the room where I was, looked straight in my eyes, and waved at me like a little child. And I had never met her before. So I feel like there was a soul connection there. And it was so powerful for me that when I went back to Raleigh last year, deciding on whether I would live there, move back there by my daughter and grandson, or stay in the mountains, I was back and forth about it. And while I was in Raleigh, I was going through some experiences that were difficult. And I found myself going on the website to find some kind of inspiration. And I went through Barbara's classes. And they really brought me to the other side. And it was amazing because I, again, didn't really know her, but I felt like I did because I had done her classes online, and it was very powerful. And there were two times in particular on a Sunday morning. I'm not typically an early morning person, where I was literally thrown out of bed on a Sunday at 6 a.m. and said, you need to go to this spiritual center, which would be 4-hour drive to get to. And I did it 2 Sundays out of the 6 or 8 weeks that I was in Raleigh. So I feel like we don't know how we impact others. And that happens in everyday life. A kind word, a way we treat someone, just reflecting back to someone their worth. There are so many ways that we impact people positively and negatively, and most of the time we don't even know it. So it's so important to know that, number one, to be clear and intentional about our actions, but also to allow ourselves to be open to what is coming through us, allowing ourselves to connect with our purpose, because sometimes our purpose, we may not understand where it is leading us. We may not understand why we need to do that thing. I feel like the Center for Spiritual Living kind of pulled me back to the Asheville area because this is where I need to be. And that was the thing that had to get me here. And I just found that so interesting because I had a lot of friends, and my friends were really wanting me back here selflessly. They were wanting me to do the right thing for myself, right? They wanted me here, but they also wanted me to do what was best for me. But this was a calling that was even bigger, there was no even interaction about it. And I trust that. I trust that I'm here for a reason, and that I just have to be the best version of myself every day. Like, these videos were not planned, but they are bringing me to a place of conversation that allows people to know that they're not alone, allows people to know that they make an impact, no matter how big or small they think it is. It's amazing how you touch the right person in the right way, and it can make all the difference in the world. So we never do know our impact. So being just understanding and never minimizing a small act of kindness or a thing that you do that nobody else does. Like I would call it about myself a Kimmeryism, but for you, whatever your name is, like what is that thing that you do that makes you you, that other people aspire to be like, and you may not realize they aspire to be like that. We may think that that's actually our flaws when actually it's our magnificence. So you never know your impact. Being 100% you, allowing yourself to come out, the good, the bad, the ugly, all the flaws, all the fun, all the excitement that comes along with our humanness, being all of who we are, just even in our weakness can invite somebody to feel like they're understood. Sharing parts of yourself that maybe make you vulnerable could be the very thing that pulls somebody over to the other side. So we never know our impact. Allow yourself to come out fully today. Allow yourself to embrace all of who you are and show that to the world so that others can feel safe in doing the same thing. I hope you have an amazing day. I love you a lot. Bye.